There is victory for us. There is victory for us. In the struggles of APC, there is victory for us. For us, oh yes. For us, oh yes. In the struggles of APC, there is victory.
Good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is not the show we call Everyday Politics, a monologue show we come out live from APC UKI online TV platform. Today, na Saturday, the 11th of June, in the year of our Lord 2022. The people today we get a very exciting topic for discourse as you see on the screen. The topic there is 500 million loans for APC flag bearer aspirants. And when all members say some time ago, we get within the call a 2022 constitution of the APC. And when I know the wahala we don't take place, say we get a constitution there. By the way, the constitution was actually ratified sometimes the 2021. But because when you don't ratify a political party constitution, being a public document, that document therefore go through a lot of processes and procedure. One, you therefore send the documents to PPRC following Kizetan. And when all be no so we get back on and forth, say eventually we able to get with documents where the time fall 2022. Hence the reason why we call the new APC constitution say we get them 2022. So after we don't get that constitution day, ladies and gentlemen, then the courts we get an outstanding court case where they lead to a verdict where Justice Adrian Fisher they give some time ago, and that verdict led to the establishment of a 21-man committee with Alfred Peter Conte as the chairman. The 21-man committee don't hold several meetings, and we don't see some of the meetings them way Alfred Peter Conte and others them at 21-man committee and other APC stakeholders them then come na the lobby, that the gallery, I would say, in the APC office and say we are united. That was the message we come to we as members of the APC. And since then, there's been background engagements. We don't see beautiful press releases still we don't come out. And those press releases actually give the assumption to members then say the APC, despite all the while we don't take place, we are now united. Then, why do I say then? Because just in the last 24 hours, we don't see other dynamics that will take place. We don't really want people in. But when it comes today, the reason we make a review at the background, now for let know who side is 500 million euros come out. So the 21-man committee, the courts, the ruling, we also give them orders, say, therefore come up with rules. So the rules, those are the rules they get for use for the forthcoming conventions across the board, from lower level, which is from ward level to national, and then flag bearer. You get for put rules them. And those rules, the documents that we guide those rules are: one, the Constitution of Sierra Leone; two, the ruling of Adrian Fisher; and then also the APC Constitution. But the most important thing there, because the rules them, they therefore affect people and when are APC people them, so we assume say the most important document there is the APC Constitution. So the rules them, therefore they in tandem with the Constitution of the APC. Fast forward, the 21-man committee don't sit down, then put rules them where we understand say they don't send them to PPRC. And very recently, we see a letter we come up from PPRC. Who they come today? And they give a background as to which lead to this topic we can talk about today, because this topic don't really bring a lot of discuss on social media. We don't get camps them already. We don't form. We get a for and against the 500 million euros when a tag price would input for it's a non-refundable application fee for flag bearer position. Plus or minus. Why do I say plus or minus? We don't see a document. We don't go around on social media where we understand say those are the rules that were submitted by the Gentleman Committee, so the PPRC for letting KZ them. But then again, we get mixed feelings. So therefore, I said plus or minus. But if those rules where we see on social media, then turn out for be the actual documents where the Gentleman Committee don't send, so then in those rules, Article 11, Section 2, now in talk about Amos money, where everybody will aspire for position at APC for pay, which is a non-refundable fee, where you get for pay for declare your interest, say you go for position at the APC. Article 11, if the documents where we see, it turn out for be the actual documents will go to PPRC. So the article there is Article 11, Section 2. Now in talk about the money we people have for pay. In that documents, in that particular section, where I don't just highlight the first category of people who they deal with now the flag bearer aspirants. And the rules say whosoever wants for come out for flag bearer in the APC, if for pay 500 million leones as a non-refundable application fee. Ladies and gentlemen, this is very unprecedented. So I think because we don't see a lot of Buhari on the social media, and we also don't hear say certain comrades then they wait already for petition if they've not done so already. And I think say these are the days them way anything will happen at APC, we need to talk about it as members. It's very important we talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. So today, that is the background of what we can talk about. I therefore call experts them where we can sit down and get a thorough conversation around this. And ladies and gentlemen, then two people are therefore bring come today. One of them they for, and the other one they against. But the good thing is they are all APC. Why the monologue team of APC UKI online TV platform decide, this is very unfamiliar, isn't it? Bringing comrades within the APC who can talk on issue where it's very, very significant right now. And one say for, the other say yes. Because we have to have a nuanced dialogue in the processes or the activities of the party. Yes, a political party, somebody they say, people they forget like-minded. It's a constellation of like-minded members there that form a political party. However, the theory of like-minded or common ground tell we say a common ground should not be a license for for breed extremism. For BC because we say we all for be a family in the APC, so therefore we not for see things them differently. We can see things then differently, but what's important? How do we come out of that divergence so we get as members? It's very, very critical. If a political party not allow a nuanced dialogue among members them for talk on issues that were very important, then it becomes a secret society. And a political party for operates as a secret society. And sometimes by talking, even the person will say yes, it will for agree with the person will say no. Or the person will say no, it will for agree with the person will say yes. And then we forge ahead. But when you don't allow conversation, people a conversation a political party. Now it can lead a lot of things that happen. But if we allow ourselves to talk to one another, then it's very, very important. It's critical that we're able to forge ahead without crisis no kind of the party But the moments when you suppress somebody from talking like political party, will be already there. We all on a volunteer on a voluntary basis. Nobody know the way na APC than the other. Yes, in certain circumstances, somebody can say this APC, this person with your own APCness is more than the other person. It depends on where the talk is. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we get a lot for talk about. A lot and lots for talk about this issue. It's actually the trend right now on social media. But before that, I want to digress pretty quickly before we can begin talk about this very important topic, which is the 500 million leones price tag for flag bearer aspirants. Today, something happened that Sierra Leone, when I all know say 056 constituency 056, when Bendugu's Samaya Bendugu, there is a by-elections where they take place there, and right now the campaign don't actually reach to a boiling point. Very recently, we see houses there, we didn't church them, and we see also in the bond where we understand say na APC members they host them, where the SLPP hooligans them, then go put them on fire. Again today, according to the 2012 Electoral Act, when we go into elections, the political party, them neck can give them a schedule. That schedule day, everybody gets a day where you go for campaign. If it's in this case, in the constituency, you need to go campaign. Nobody know for bug you. We done the other day. We come back in time reach instead of go campaign. But today, what thing we don't understand is now the day this way APC for campaign, and then members of the APC come out in Africa for go support. And then unfortunately, this is what's happened. Just take a look for yourself.
Anybody go so? All men go so. Look who they do. All men go so. Only so for put all men go so, yeah. We want to beg you to talk to the church people to this man.
Okay, they got the I want to them back to the sofa. I'm going to out to the staff. Land like you back here. I want to for land like you
You say because of security situation. Now that creator.
Now you're hunting the stats.
So they are.
So, ladies and gentlemen, when I all see them video so on social media, the security forces block members of the APC where they try to go a constituency to go 5-6 to assist others to block them. Say enough of us. And if you listen to the people who they talk on the video, apparently the security forces may say that because the vice president in at the constituency. Okay? This is Union, and is also the number 2 man of the country. Number 2 gentleman of the country. They get right for belief. But it's also a politician. It belongs to the law say today na APC people of the belief. Which thing will come? What is so significant that it violates the 2012 Electoral Act? We give NEC the power for give schedules them to political party them when you for day in a particular area when election they take place for campaign. What are you doing there, Mr. Vice President? The security force system say APC not for enter they even though legally now they get the right for day now the constituency because the vice president did it. That was the message we didn't give. The reason we make we need forget them conversation there so something really happened when them block members of the APC.
Anybody go so? All men go so. Look who they do. All men go so. Only so for put all men go so, yeah. We want to beg you to talk to to the church if you do it.
Okay, they go there. I want to back to the sofa. Baba, when I see the steps, la kibakia. I want to for
He say because of security situation. Now that creator.
Now you're out in the start.
So there. Nothing on the stop, we really enter inside. We enter inside. Now we don't clear the road. Former ADC to arrest. Land him misbehave so. Don't imagine. One on police, one crowd. Land him misbehave so. What is? They will not very be careful. Former ADC to arrest. Land him misbehave so. Voice of Evangelist Samson giving a more updates on where they go on. Live na Samba Bendugu. You know? Now we go is nothing on the police for make, you know, we go behind. No, come on. Smartphone there. Then think Southern people that they do is really not good for this nation, you know? Proper intimidation, embarrassment. What children are we on there for campaign? The former ADC to honest by Koroma. One is a helper. They can block whistle. They count lots of military men there. You know, they say we don't for enter inside for go campaign. You know, Voice of Evangelist will continue to give a live update of waiting to go on inside Samba Bendugu. This is Bendugu Road. Bendugu Road after Bumbuna.
So, ladies and gentlemen, at least we don't get a background of what happened today. The security forces, in Sierra Leone, they don't become an instrument for political crackdown. An instrument where Mother Bill and in cronies they use right now for destroy democracy in Sierra Leone. Come on. The two political parties, them where they fight for this by-elections now 056. Now Sierra Leone then we get lost. SPP get right for VI, and then APC candidates get right for VI. And for let fear play day, now that's make we get a government. We not want a government. The people them way come up with the idea, both John Locke and Hobbes, about a commonwealth. They say if fine for there we get people them way we they call administrators them way for look after the affairs of a country or states, affairs of a community or people them, so that we will escape from what they call the hypothetical state of nature. So if you don't get a government day, then you get state apparatus there, the police, the role where they get now for ensure them conduct themselves within the law, and anything where they do now for dispense the law and nothing but not the law. Therefore, do them in a way that's where it be say when they're not partial, therefore conduct themselves professionally. So, but today, we're not surprised. The EU elections observing mission report some time ago tell we say the police in Sierra Leone the people they don't lack confidence. And when I say people, that's it's just general term. It could be even the international community don't lack they don't get confidence over the police. So why? Because the police don't become today as a tool for political crackdown, as a tool for consolidate power for Mother Bill. When I see the IG where we get Sierra Leone, when I see the way they conduct himself, it's very, very clear. All of them then a project for fight for themselves, not for Sierra Leone. This is the unfortunate thing that happen. That's make we get this mess. But one thing will happen today, ladies and gentlemen, you know, when I be dey go through the social media, I see say comrades in our APC, they're very much concerned. And some people are even disappointed. But something happened today. To me, I felt so happy and I'm so proud to be APC person. Bravo to Una. We be doing at that place day. We tell the police them say, nobody know they stop Una. Come on, Sierra Leone belongs to all of us. Nobody, and I say nobody, not better passing company in Sierra Leone. And one thing they will happen when I don't see the footages, them way they go around on social media will start. I saw security forces them then stand just off the road, now the bush area, all gone, point them at the streets. This is very alarming. But guess what? One thing where me very happy and I'm very optimistic, we only come Sierra Leone and we come Sierra Leone in thousands. APC members and they come Sierra Leone in thousands. We're coming with the candidate for come do what you're supposed to do. We conduct ourselves within the law and help the party for pull you. So we are coming, Mr. President. This when I just start. What he make us say I feel today, I feel very, very, very proud. I'd be just one for fly if I be get power for going to that place and give me the day for help the people away bulldoze that blockade where security them block and make their way straight to the constituency for campaign. The people that don't pass back, ladies and gentlemen. But that is just the topic where I say at the flag up. And then also something the way I get for talk about today, where not pertain to the topic where they can talk about. We see something where happened in the past 24 hours or so between the current chairman, interim chairman, the chairman of the interim transitional governing committee of the APC, Comrade Alfred Peter Conte, pull a press release where he signed. And in only 12 hours, we see Honorable Abu Bakarr Kargbo, one of the secretary of the interim transitional governing committee, and she said, pull a press release. So it seems as if the APC is a house that is currently divided. We have to talk about these issues. Because you know why? The people are then they work for the membership of the APC. We are all looking up to Wuna. We're not better pass we, but we respect Wuna. Wuna now with authority there right now. So whatever what Wuna they do, now that committee Wuna they get for conduct ourselves in a way that's what we say the interest of the party if we take a primacy, the interest of the membership if we take a primacy. So if we see very, very, very unbelievable, we see documents and they fly from the secretariat and then the current interim chairman, it's a concern for all of us. And we're going to talk about this when I bring the guest in just now. Ladies and gentlemen, we all don't see waiting really, really happen. We don't see this. We don't see, say, the current SLPP government. The current SLPP government, then they try to declare war in Sierra Leone. And let me make like they make this categorically clear. If they declare war in Sierra Leone, we the APC they endorse that war. We don't want that. We don't want war in Sierra Leone at all. But what kind of option we'll get if that is what Madabio wants? And we don't see that. We don't see the way Madabio in members and they conduct themselves, then take and say that they above the law. And very recently, when I see where the Mamina, the first lady, the way we can of the country. So it seems as if Sierra Leone right now, nobody not in control. Everybody just they do what you get for do. We saw our first lady come in a charter jet in land Nawi airport, full of SLPP members them with a red carpets for the very first time. We don't see this. People be the feel seeing a person be they come. Let's face it. You know, if the president did it, anybody where they accompanying with president na a trip, it can enjoy the privilege for step na that red carpet day. We feel say the person wait for what kind of red carpet for kind of a country right now, not the president. Unless if President Julius Madabio make a decision, say he gets a stranger with a cam, wait so say in the go wait for an airport or what you want for give that kind of protocol, let's say the so from say they come out abroad. But we see the vice that we first lady today don't become almost the president of the country. So these are things that will happen. But ladies and gentlemen, that is not the topic. As I say, today we can talk about the 500 million loans. And don't forget, people, don't forget, really, we get forget a phone in session. Not to just the expert, the way they bring up for can talk about this issue. We expect who necessary when they view this program forgets a bite on this topic. We want to know what you think. And they open the phone line very soon. Today we get a proper conversation also. If you know say you did in favor of the 500 million loans, when they say every flag bearer aspirant for pay, pick up the phone when I open the phone line proper and let me to get a talk. If you also know say you did against this, pick up the phone, let us talk. We don't reach a point right now in the APC. We all need for talk. Talk, and then we arrive at a decision. We move on. This is very, very, very important. I think, say, before we say this here happen, oh, we go petition, we do this. Let's talk about this. Because guess what? The 21-man committee, then they follow this program. The stakeholders in the APC, then they follow this program. And then they listen. So let's talk about this. So, ladies and gentlemen, we get this thing where at least don't create a lot of talk on social media right now, which is the 500 million loans. Today, they get two people them. But before I bring them in, I want to tell you, I say tomorrow we get to a flagship program, we weekly program when a Sunday. So not forget for join the platform tomorrow again, 7 p.m. London, and then 6 p.m. Sierra Leone for be part of the conversation. The host na Comrade Owen Castle, and then the co-host na Sweet Bonita every Sunday. Now not forget for join me tomorrow. Then get a very, very, very important topic for can talk about. So as soon as see the program, and then for make them very easy, make sure that you always follow we. Go on our Facebook page, Twitter, and YouTube. Just try for let you sign up. When you sign up, anytime where we come on, you get notifications so you don't come on. So it's very easy. We don't need for send for you again a link. Once you come on and you go on our Facebook page, you register. Then obviously when we come live, you know. So that is, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So it's going to be a very good topic tomorrow. As soon as I see the flyer, they go round. This is the APC UKI online TV platform. The topic we deal with today, again, for do with the 500 million euros price tag where the 21-man committee, plus or minus, because this is not confirmed yet, plus or minus until they gazette this document, they'll be able for no say, indeed, it's a 500 million euros price tag now they put today. But let's begin to talk about this. So today, as I say, I get two important guests them we therefore come in and join me pretty soon so that we'll be able to get a very matured conversation. And then one of them now a social media commentator, na person where it be say in a household name na social media. I don't know what he stand for. Maybe if they can't tell you say he supports. Maybe if they can't tell you say he not supports. And then the other person also is an APCian. So we get two giants them where they can talk to me right now about this issue. I go try to reach them pretty soon so that we all will get this conversation with them. For letting us know whose side they stand in this topic. This is not the APC UKI online TV platform with me, ABS, leading the conversation. I did try to reach out to them. When I just be here with me 1 second for see if they around. Make we get a proper talk as comrades. Please bear with me I try for reach out to we guest them. They're not actually guests. People that want to enjoy the conversation. They're not actually guests. I know they bring their life, but I want for them enjoying with us so they get a proper conversation. They try the next one again. I'm sure they will join me very soon so that they will be part of this conversation. They try for talk about today, which is the 500 million loans. Very soon, it will get the time we pretty soon, and then make your own voice heard. So one of them is just calling me now on the phone. Let me see if he will pick up. Yeah, good afternoon, sir. You're live, Mr. Comrade Adams. You're live. You're live, please. You are live.
Hello.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I get Comrade Adams. Adams, now the outgoing or outgone or former youth leader. Because right now, when we do live, we don't want to let Adrian Justice Fisher say we don't actually, it's a contempt of courts. This now the former youth leader na APC UKI. I decided for call him today because I don't see it don't make a lot of write-ups since with this issue. And in fact, let me say this before this the rules here come out, and I therefore ask this gentleman a lot of questions. I see na a forum where if you don't be to talk about this issue, it make comparison of something with the happen na Nigeria, where then they put money, was a price tag, na so then save them so that people who they aspire for flag bearer aspirants, then go able for basically pay money, as part of it's a non-refundable. So it makes so much argument, but he's going to talk to us. Comrade Adams, so we don't see things that they happen on social media. There's a discussion we say pretty much involved in where therefore talk about Article 11, Section 2 or subsection 2. We therefore talk about say the people who are vying for the flag bearer aspirant at Sierra Leone therefore pay 500 million. Is that something where you are aware about, Mr. Bangura?
Thank you very much, Comrade Abies. I don't know if you get me clearly.
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. Firstly, before I come to your question, I just want to make people understand and know, say, million, that was about 900 pounds as at the time. When I put this money, I then give we 48 hours, according to the NAC Wesley. See, any other person we want for stand within 48 hours, if you don't register, you interest, they give bank details, and every other time we for go pay. Some of we within 48 hours will not be even there on the ground. We will make sure they get for pay on we behalf. Yeah, we receive notification, acknowledgement.
Yes, come with that.
So I think that's
come with Adams.
Now that
make I just hold there for a sec. I want to apologize to viewers. Them, it's Alex. Will be get some a glitch, and I'm sure we're back now. I want for just for confirm from the technical team behind the scene for letting tell we if this program is because I understand say people know the see we day off and all that, you know. I need to check with them. Okay, so let's say we're back on. So I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. That was a glitch, and I get with me, comrade Adams, the former UKI youth leader. He deal with me right now. So he try to give a background as to what him in think. Just to tell we about the importance of fundraising, say within our opposition right now. Yes, go ahead, sir, Mr. Bangura. Go ahead.
Thank you. So just in brief, as a result of that, going down to the whole process, it got to a point when, because other people themselves will not be able to raise that money, the party look at it and say, okay, make the reduce and then we for can reduce them. So it started a month which was about 3 million. However, what the party needed at the time was the commitment, firstly, of people for make you sure you desire, say, you want for stand. And mind you, Comrade BS, it is not a crime or for say that it's a violation, not the law. Even the electoral act system is still called for candidature fees. Where then every other party candidate where you go register on behalf of the party, where you party go do presentation, they have to pay a fee on your behalf. And the money then what they do, they raise money for electoral activities and pay for certain materials what they need. Now the same way like the presidential candidates and presidential tickets. And I still remember then I think it was about 100 million or so or thereabout what they levy per presidential candidates nationally. And we therefore also take the wisdom of the then president, where we therefore come in and then subsidize for most of the presidential candidates. So firstly, more we understand it is not against the national requirement. And then you can't to the EPC party. What makes some of we push for this thing? Now that after when we come out convention, people not be care. People not want to know. Excuse me, people not even come out. A lot of them for support the eventual candidate. Why? Because a lot of them not be invest or for say there was a tie, say no, you know what thing, I have invested so much in this whole thing. If we particular loss, we all lost. Make we all the code and say put you more inside your money or put your money inside your more today. We did not. So we look at and say, now we are in a position. A, the party needs money. B, we get people and then send and they will be come out. I mean, with all due respect to some of them, we presidential hopefuls at the time, some of them not be mean now. Some man just come out because he want to join into the fray of say, oh, we all are presidential candidates. That in the event that APC win, they will be the very first set of people they wouldn't will consider for ministerial or whatever presidential appointment. Oh, this man will be a candidate to more consider employer. This man will be a candidate, even if you know me now. So that is the point where we decide to come out and say, okay, now the presidency is a serious business, very serious business. As much as it's a constitutional right for everybody to buy, but there are requirements, there are criteria. And like when you want to go parliament, the constitution is clear as to the criteria is the way for me. So we also, as a political party, we also for set standards and procedures as to how we go able to choose the presidential candidate. Now we don't get money. They say we party broke. So we need to raise money. And how they raise the money they do. We need constitution is very clear as to how we for raise money for your party activities. A, from the membership, two, from goodwill, and some other activities. So, and then one of those is this presidential legacy, when I aim for sure say people are committed, people are willing and you have to go all out to raise this money. A couple of advantages. One, we need to look at who are the richest candidates that the race. It is not about who are rich. What you would try for saying now that if you want to be a presidential and ticket holder for this party, you for people, at least say a minimum of 100 or 200 people will be. Even if you not get, your base alone will rally behind the eventual candidate for make we all go win for you. And also, look at it this way, yes. For them people where they say this money boku. Let's say yes, you pay this money, or you not pay this money. Other people can go pay, right? But eventually now you can be with presidential candidate. Or we go to the race, they make nobody not pay. Then we go get somebody you eventually will go be with presidential candidate. Who said the person facing money will come out to make them supporter? When me and you know as to the level of people and where they pay their monthly dues, even if everybody pay their monthly dues, how much money they where people will get for pay for help, for rally behind you, for make you win. And the presidency is costly, especially within the African setting. So what we need are serious and committed people. We will prove, say, they are worthy of that position today. Should we come out of convention, we choose it. That then we're able to rally their base, rally everybody in support to make we help them for win the presidency. That's all we are saying. We're not disenfranchising any other person. But this time around, we want serious business. We want serious people to come out of the presidency. That's all we are arguing.
Okay. I don't take my time for listening to you basically for where you lay your case. So in other words, you feel say the 500 millions where plus or minus. The reason why they say plus or minus, I want to be guided. We're not sure if the rules that we see in the flying on social media actually that the rules that the 21-man committee don't present to PPRC. But let's say if those are the rules, you take and say the 500 millions. Is it some? I want for first of all, I have a lot of questions if I ask you. First of all, I want to know if the 500 millions, if not something where you feel say, is it expedient or is it lawful or is it necessary at this time? Or do you think there is some kind of a political undertone? Because this is exactly what people are saying. What do you think?
Let me be very clear here. In fact, my proposal at the time was not even 500 million. I had wanted more. I've been 100,000 pounds. In fact, it was 250,000 pounds I had proposed. Give and take, we negotiated for me for at least 150,000 pounds or 200,000 pounds because I wanted 250. And this is something where some of we don't go, we lobby, the previous administration. When I had an opportunity after my dad's funeral, I began to meet people at the lobby and tell them, say, we need this time around. We need for sure, say, we mean business. And also, it is also culture of dependency. That culture of dependency, remember there was a time where people, they say, oh, they don't hijack we party. Now, one day, no more, in these activities are party. If we not go to Naples today for money, events, they happen, now this, now that, now they happen.
So really, Comrade Adams,
what do you
Comrade Adams,
money? We say you must say.
Comrade Adams.
So for redeem we party from Nakan people, we have to invest in the party where we all believe in, make the party be independent from other people. So then suddenly, if you raise your voice now, somebody will listen because they know say your resources are in there. But you don't want to invest and then keep accusing people of hijacking your party. It does not. It does not work that way.
Comrade Adams, Comrade Adams, can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Right. Okay. So for you, first of all, the 500 million news, It's about somebody for, let's say, be part of the process, and you feel say it's not just one person calling the shot na APC. And then secondly, you the try for talk say a lot be they go behind this where people be they complain say people don't come for jack with political party now not get to say. So now you as a candidate, really and truly, if you put 500 million, that means you're going to be part of the whole thing, and you feel say you belong to that political party which said invest. And at this moment, the APC actually need money for go into this very challenging elections where they go. And then also you talk about something, say a lot of people, and this is a very strong claim you make, say we come to the let's say for 2018, most of the flag bearer aspirants will come in. They're not come in per se, say they want for and give them the standard bearer a position so that they will contest and win presidency. They just want they did what they did for strategic purposes. That's a very strong claim. You want to tell me, say there's certain individuals, them, even as they talk, say, if they're called, if they blow the wish traditional, they won't come in just for it and see them. Is that what you're saying?
It is, and I stand by that. I stand by that. And this is something I have said openly and privately. I have also said it, like I said, to the outside administration. I made it very clear, and I make no bones about it.
Okay, so
because if you tell me say you mean business, A, you got to show me you support B. B, we got to still, let's say, you are a serious presidential candidate. Because otherwise, ABS, I am at that age when myself don't qualify for the presidency. So myself can come out and say, myself want to be president. Do I genuinely mean to be? No, I don't. But if it's about strategic positioning, then every other person will come out, including your very self, will come out and say, you self are a presidential candidate. Do you really mean it? No, you don't. But if it's about strategic advantage, then of course, why not? But so a process of natural elimination for make we know say people that mean what they say, there has to be a commitment, a financial commitment for them people and they. It's not necessarily mean say now the sole requirement. There could be other requirements, but that one it is a paramount requirement because we don't even have the resources.
So Comrade Adams,
financially we don't.
Comrade Adams, somebody go and say politics, we know politics as a game of interest, isn't it? So if it's a game of interest, what's wrong in somebody vying just for place themselves strategically? What's wrong with that?
That's nothing wrong with that. But you have to mean precisely what you divide for. But not just go by because you want to put yourself in a position of advantage over others. So that you go come out, and we see that ABS. And I remember even us here in the UK, we had the same thing. I remember then saying that when we do branch elections and other elections and globally, it got to a point when there was a stalemate. What in the leadership that we see, all that they want for come out for this position, when I come out to before the close nomination, when I come out, one or two people would have come out. What will happen? They end up for bringing them na executive position. We probably, if you ask them naturally, sometimes they'll not be even mean, but they took the opportunity. We had that in McKinney when Anes made that announcement, former president. All who that they want for be flag bearer, una come out so before they make a decision. Now the time now we begin to see people in the TNAP, every other person in the TNAP say, oh, myself na candidate. Some man I don't go no now say let's have been get interest. As against other people. So if APC will win, most definitely then people in the therefore they're in a pole position. So now that we're in opposition, the party needs every bit of resources for fight the next election. And we don't have money. So what you will say here, we know they say you say ABS go clear your savings for campaign 500 million. All we are saying ABS gather people that will believe in you, make the help raise this money for you. The presidency is not a child's play. And people also argue, say, oh, others will be disenfranchised. No, we don't see globally. And a case in point is that of Obama. When Obama entered the democratic race in America, he was the poorest, put it that way, amongst all of the candidates. But because he believed in himself, and they had people who believed in him, what did they begin to do? They begin to crowdfunding. You see students there were inspired. Who that they go take lunch money from Imama $5, $10, $15, $20, they begin to raise. And in no time, Obama began raise money threefold, fourfold past the one the way them be considered for be rich people. The Hillary and Clinton and others. He raised more money than them. And then eventually he clicked the ticket, he had the ticket, and then he won the presidency for them.
So there's a question for you, Comrade Adams.
Undue advantage
Comrade Adams, there's a question for you from the viewers. Then they say one Delwyn Thomas from Bristol. They say, does this not ensure that democracy in APC is the preserve of the rich? Money cannot be the only criteria to enter the flag bearer race. What do you have to say to that?
I agree with what Tim Delwyn say, and I respect him. He's a very brilliant guy. But also what he also needs to understand that nobody is being disenfranchised here. Because if the Electoral Commission, when that time comes now, then gets to call for candidature fees. There are nomination days. There is a specific date where they call nomination day. When at the time they will nominate a candidate, will be parliamentarians. All of them people in will they pay money for them. I don't give you a scenario of some of we will be going on for national symbol. I pay 10 million euros to me party, the APC party for symbol. I pay 10 million euros. I pay 10 million euros. So it is not as if others are being disenfranchised. And also, it is not the only requirement. There are other requirements. There are other requirements which I am pretty sure the 21-man committee will get to bring out. But that's 500 million euros. What are we saying? If Mr. Delwyn Thomas is a presidential candidate, I am pretty sure he go down do soul searching. He go down reach out to people. He go down build and base. And then he tell them, say, this is what is required of us. We go to finance this tier we want to go into. Then that's where the strategic thinkers then go come in. Okay, more begin to reach out to people. More begin to crowdfunding. Let us begin to organize events where they bring money come in. That's what we're asking for. We're not going to say, make you go take your money or because you're poor. No, you can be poor, but you are a grassroots member who is good at organizing people, bringing people together. I'm pretty sure once you can inspire those people, they should be willing to fund your campaign. The case of people like Malema, na South Africa, he was kicked out of his of the current governing party in South Africa, the African National. But because he gets people who believe in her, what did they do? They crowdfunded a group of young people and they registered their own party. They registered their own party. They began to raise money for him. He became what? He became the third most famous person in South Africa during the election. And in party, they can third. So right now, they get the third largest seat at the House of Representatives.
So I think Comrade Adams.
So that's what we're saying. It's not about who's rich or who's poor.
Comrade Adams. There was some tweets we come out from a senior comrade, and is a very strong, towering figure na the legal space na Sierra Leone when comrade JFK a tweets when the rumor come out saying 500 million euros. You don't see this tweet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, I see the tweet. I see the tweet. And of course, he's a very respectable senior comrade. He's an elder brother, but I disagree with him in that. That is to say, assuming somebody like him, he's a very popular guy, and he was one of those people where at the particular time when people in the PT, certain people click that ticket list. Somebody like him, he wants to raise that money. He can raise it in no time because he must get people who believe in it, if at all he wants to contest. And also, you go on for also talk about lawyer Kaloko, who is also a legal luminary, a very senior comrade as well. He says, I am pretty sure he also gets in base because during the internet, you get what we call the Kaloko movement. You get people there. So that movement, when they say they believe in it, they can raise that money for him. As at any other candidate, where he just thinks he wants for vice. We never tell people and say ABS, and this is where people they misconstrue this concept. It is not about you going to the bank, go close, or go clear your savings and can pay 500 million.
Yeah, but how do you
That's
raise?
not what we are saying. Because
but
you never go beyond the 500 million. You get other money the way you get for spend naturally for propagate your candidacy, for campaign, for do other things before we go into convention. So you need way more than that.
Comrade Adams.
You need way more than that.
Comrade Adams, we understand.
So if we go convention, ABS, if we go convention, say you ABS, we don't go elect you. Who say you feel say money they come out for support you candidate? If you're not able to raise 500 million before you campaign, who say you say money will come out for support you?
Comrade Adams, are you hearing me, sir? Comrade Adams, I think say one of the concern where people they try for say is this. You get to look at the current the economic climate in the country, because pretty much if you say this money, because the arguments you play in the sea, this will be a test for the people who they aspire if they get a strong support base way go able for fundraise. So it's in other words, the 500 million price tag, it will begin. They can't begin to check the serious candidates. Will be say they already don't get people as to just come about the party, say that the party for fund then campaign, But again, is it something where you were able for argue for say? If you look at the current economic trend in the country, it's very, very, very it's just poor. People are suffering, and how you they expect somebody for go raise 500 million from a membership just because it declare interest? And when somebody become a candidate, it gets a whole lot of awful lots of areas the back way they get for spend money. Why should they pay this 500 million? Don't you think this is ridiculous, and the amount is just way too much because you look at the economic aspects of Sierra Leone right now? Come on in.
Comrade ABS, I'll be honest with you, it is not a ridiculous sum to ask for. By all standards, 500 million euros, taking the economic trend as it is, as you say, that's about $38,000. Put it that way. So what they call the million, now make it sound like some kind of boku money. That's $37,000 we're talking about. $37,000. And all the candidates that we don't see, where their names are on the room or say then they stand, they are worth way more than that. Individually, let alone their support base. Comrade ABS, what we say, if you were to monster a million man support Nasta alone, yes, things are hard. But say you get 1 million people, then believe in you, 5,000. Man give 5,000, you know me say he will go sleep angry because he give 5,000. And the idea that because we're a grassroots-led party, that we not for believe say we go raise them money, then it's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. We are the largest party in the country. But we not begin to diminish the support of the party simply because we want to make it appear as if people are. All we are asking you to show us your support base. The party not only then as alone, the party they globally, not the diaspora. So if you cannot have people in Sierra Leone because you think because of the economic climate where they did, all right, then come to the diaspora and see how many you can inspire in the diaspora. Just 100 people where I believe they can afford $200, $300, $500. We believe in the candidate who will raise that money there for you. That's all we're asking for. Show us your support base. So when that time and when we elect you, we don't and on another. We got to give them also reasons for making them come back. We got to invest in their areas and for campaign. We got to spare resources in this. The presidency, like I said, it is not a cheap business. Some of we will go around for symbol. personally on my own account. I know what it costs some of we. I know.
I'm glad. Make I just hold you there, Comrade Adams.
It should be equal to the
Comrade Adams. Make I just hold you there. I think you don't make a very, very fair point. You know, I respect GFK. I respect him. You know, I'm a senior comrade. It's one of those people where at least we feel say they get a lot for offer to the APC and a lot for offer to we, the young one, the way they get them. But I feel say, comrade, JFK, if you're watching this program, the comments where you make, the tweets where it makes some of you in the diaspora, first of all, we're not happy about you. And a lot of people, and we want to make this very clear. This was the man where they behind the rule we go against the diaspora. And they say the money is plenty. But let us be very, very real. Comrade Adams and viewers, ABS sitting here, I was a member of the symbol assessment and awarding team Napotloko, 10 constituencies. And I know when we go make assessments for these symbols, I saw what people in the diaspora, the money where they don't spend for get what they call pointers then at them various constituencies, whether they build schools, whether they build hospital, whether they dig a borehole, whether they, whether they go and refurbish a lot of what they call a constituency development project. What they do, the people spend lots of money. So imagine there's a constituency. Sometimes you go there, the diaspora they wave by, then pass 6 now one constituency. So you put all that money together, 132 constituencies in the country, and diasporas then vie across the board. JFK, he was the Attorney General. He advised, say, the Constitution, it prohibits the diaspora from contesting. He knew what they spent. He knew, and now we be in our power. There's a lot of controversy, a lot of arguments. So if it talk about fair play, I think he was not fair to the diaspora. Comrade Adams, what do you think?
Well, again, this is what they say. You know, they say on easy lies the crown. On easy lies, I'm tongue-tied now. I'll come back to that quotation. Somebody like JFK for now can talk. They say, then you ask yourself, how fair can we be when we're in a privileged position? How fair can we be when we're in a privileged position? This was the Attorney General, where they knew about the so-called Toussaint issue, right? But he was there. In all kind for advice, including people that will be supporting JFK's campaign na the diaspora. For saying, no, we are not spending our money, we are not go so. This is what is being rumored. This is what is being proposed. And we also get MPs there at the time, when they lobby and they go in office, go talk to us. We have an opportunity to table an emergency bill. Let us table an emergency bill so that we get this thing off the way. So an opportunity could be given to the diaspora. But it did not. So
Comrade Adams,
we go, we spend money.
So Comrade Adams,
we spend money into that. And not everybody, who say talk about the fairness, not every diaspora was even given the opportunity. Some people, and they get their space and their residences, they are not citizens. If you had wanted to be fair, you go come to make una begin to screen and make una look precisely. But it was just you're exclusive. Regardless of hundreds of millions to spend. Some man for that UK we go, we are not able to survive and die as a result of Abu Bakarr. So my hope is cast for good. So man sell house, sell other properties and then you want to talk about fairness. No, we are not saying that everybody will be fair to every other person. All we are asking for is seriousness into the presidency. That if you want to contest, you should be able to raise that 500 million euros candidate should be. That's what we're asking for.
So if you look at the conversation at the social media landscape, especially from the time where Senior Comrade JFK make that, people like myself and others, they say, hang on a minute, this was a man where took a decision, because again, the box up in the Attorney General at the man and the way the advice government, the advice we give to government, not government take. And some of us were in Freetown, and we know the discourse will happen, and leading up to that disaster we make today, as we talk today, the diaspora them, as much as all they do, we do once for the love of a party. There's nothing because a lot of people say the case of Andy Taylor, the diaspora, they get right, but it isn't clear. So the possible behavior in this, I think, say, come JFK for see and think about that. Actually, when we talk about the issue of fairness in the economic situation, it's fine as a senior figure in the country for cities. But if you look at what you don't do to the diaspora, really, get more gravitas for say that. What can you say about that?
Well, I'm not it sound as if let us say we are bitter or we want to use it as a point of, point scoring of which we equal on the grounds that the this have been the man go something against it. That's not our interest. For us, all we are saying is, that there was a rumor not too long ago until when the and 21-man committee can say and say we have 500,000 we participate. And B, there were other people in the BDC that tried that party. And C, we also know there was a time when activities in day, if they not go to the former leader for help fundraise or for help for finance their activities, they will say money no they the party. Now all we are asking members to do is that we be serious, firstly in paying our monthly dues as people we believe in this, and then secondly, when there are events or activities, and this is one thing that we always do, when we raise and have the party back home, we've always done that. Make we be serious this time. This is not the presidency we talk about CBS. Now the presidency, now the highest seat of the nation. We just don't want to go get every other person. We don't see a situation where in the current past, but we knew he was a broke man, a very, very broke man, for that matter. You understand? But you have people who believe in it. SPP, and this is not just the SPP that done that. It was in some time before 50 million euros, SPP asked for 50 million euros to today's date, you're looking about 300 to 400 million euros. SPP asked for that. 50 million euros. This is almost 15 years ago. But others, whom we knew was a broke man, people believe in that, they raise more money than they pay for. The subsequent nomination, they raise money back and pay for. Because you have people who believe in it. You have people, according to law, within a UK, there is on a monthly basis, 50,000, 100,000. This is the case. And what happens? You say go more to the president. What we are asking you to do, find those people who will know about what we elect agents to be able to do, what is supposed to produce to help alleviate poverty in our country. So we are asking.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Comrade Adams. What's it for do? Basically, they can't take all at the moment and then open the phone to the public. But I can't believe maybe questions are good to you. Then when we don't get those questions, ask, then I will bring you in for let you summarize or you answer where you need for give clarification or the answer. So I will take you now the phone for now so that I will allow the program. Thank you so much, Comrade Adams. I'll come back to you pretty soon. And I can't open the phone line.
Certainly. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, we don't hear Comrade Adams, the outgoing or the former youth leader at APC UKI. Don't give you the case. It don't lay the case. I've been trying to reach out to Imran, but unfortunately, Imran is unable to get him. I don't know what it happen. If we say a day, we enable for pick, but I don't try to reach him, because if I follow, we forget somebody, we basically gets another thinking. So if you're calling outside Sierra Leone, the number na +44 744 833 8290. I repeat, +44 744 833 8290. The number in at the screen, call we so that make it say we, which na your point. We don't get a price tag with the understand say the documents with the 21-man committee submit to PPRC. They get for do with a 500 million price tag for the flag bearer aspirant. It's 500 million. What do you think? Is the money they in place? Is it justified, or you think say it's not? What are your position? Talk to we, because the stakeholders are following this program so that they know to think. What do you think about this 500 million euros? We don't hear the outgoing or the former youth leader at APCUKI. Don't lay the case. He don't put a lot of things them, i.e., they say at least we can get a lot of people that come in for vie for the flag bearer. These are comrades. We respect them. We respect their aspiration. But when you check, they're not serious. Not serious in the sense they're doing it for strategic positioning, not for the purpose of becoming a flag bearer. So in other words, if I can summarize what's in Comrade Adams say, the 500 million euros, they actually deter those people from coming up, because then they can't swell the number and bring so much confusion into the process. And APC don't get so much, we don't want that. So the number, if you're calling from UK, the number is 0744 833 8290. We don't get a lot of banter with colleagues them, on social media about this issue. Now the phone line is open. Please call us. Tell us what you think. Call we so that we'll get we will able to get your own contribution to this topic we discuss. It's 500 million euros. Is it justifiable? The number na 0744 833 8290. If you call from UK, if you're calling outside UK, na +44. You can also reach me. You able to save this number. Now you WhatsApp if you're calling from abroad, and call me through WhatsApp as well. This number you able to call me through WhatsApp. Save the number and go now your WhatsApp contact. Anyhow, you save the number so that you go for call me through WhatsApp. When you get in the studio, make your own contribution. 500 million. What do you think? As we wait, I just want for basically remind viewers them again say a lot of things they happen in the country. You watch for yourself.
Now the country chairman.
Yes.
And the country
The
chairman.
success chairman.
The success chairman.
Correct.
The finance.
Correct.
Celebrity
Correct.
chairman.
Anybody say no, I'm Madam Ben Secretary. Listen, anybody say no, I'm Madam Ben Secretary.
The success chairman. The progress chairman.
Yes.
Now the chairman is
Anybody say,
we
let me not be going second time.
Yeah, chairman, yeah, chairman, Chene,
Yeah, chairman, Chene.
yeah,
chairman,
Ken Kusi can fuck again.
Now fuck a chair.
Left me, fuck again. Now talk and do. Sexy chairman. Sexy yes. Sexy yes.
I don't know sexy.
When are you going to die? Chairman, when are sexy? The active percent.
Ladies and gentlemen, when I don't see the video right, this not a chairman na SLPP. Na in the talk say anybody where they say Madabio not for be president of the country. You know what that means. So when you connect this kind of video way, then video has way will you see. You look at what happened today when the security forces then see map na bush, the ambush, the convoy will come out all over the country for go support because na APC day na constituency 056. This is where we're heading. this is where our country is heading. We get this man, we get a footage of him, and you get an Inspector General of Police when an IG Suvola, when they talk about law and order. When somebody talks something in that country and they invite them, just yesterday I saw a letter with CID sent to the NGC. Badly written letter. Say they want the membership of NGC for come for answer on matters relating to cyber crime or something like that. But you get them bloke there so when they talk with you for talk. Quite recently, we also get a brother from UK now so we make the same statement say anybody in a locum sama we not vote for SLPP, we vote other side. Now beats them, they beat them. So we don't move from beats now we to the area. Anybody who they vote against Mother Bill, then they kill them. And this is a chairman na SLPP, a chairman na the party structure of SLPP na in the talk so. Nothing will happen. This is what Mother Bill wants. But today, we don't see the APC members them. We see them, they don't actually show we say they will not take it anymore. And we will support you guys. We have to defend ourselves. We have to do the needful for actually defend democracy in the country. So again, the number, ladies and gentlemen, if you're calling in the UK, that's 0744 833 8290. If you're calling from abroad, it's +44 744 833 8290. You can also save this number and call WhatsApp for be part of the conversation. We don't see the things that already happen right now. So pretty much, we'll never forget people and for call, and this program don't go. And unfortunately, we'll be expect Imran for come. Imran is nowhere. We don't know what's wrong with them, but we hope say whatever what they do is safe. Nadani na in matter. In another program, we'll forget them. So this is where we are. The 500 million news. If I follow, we forget an alternative voice. But we don't get people them. We don't talk a lot about this thing. Say they no support. We had wanted them to come here and talk to us about it, so that let the world hear you and know the position we stand. According to Adams Bangura, he don't state quite a lot of things them say. The money we them pay APC call for, it's not even a novelty. It happened right across the Africa hemisphere, where political parties now they put a price tag, especially on the people to the people and way they vying for the flag bearer. Let us know if you're serious, according to Comrade Adams. Let us know if you're serious. Let us know the capacity of your support base. If you get people that will believe in you, because really 500 million euros seems quite a lot of money, but presidency, according to Comrade Adams, say, na serious business. If you're vying for the presidency, especially right now we don't in our opposition, because we look up to you. Now you face now you get for go at the symbol. Now you will get for go vote for. And then when you become a president 2023, then you will control we and control everybody in the country and control the resources of the country. So if you cannot invest, and then also, if I understand what in Comrade Adams they say, we know we can give you a flag bearer and a silver platter. We give you, put no commitment. You have to show us that you're serious, because if you don't put the 500 million, then you go, you push further when we don't give the symbol, so that you go before bring the money, you go before reach out to people. Because presidency, it's not just about you in Sierra Leone. It's also about reaching out. If I hear what Comrade Adams say, if we're able to reach out to people, invest people are able to make investment into your own candidacy for and ensure that you're able to raise that money there. So 500 million euros seems a lot, awful lot, but for a flag bearer position, according to Comrade Adams, and he say he done the lobby about this thing, so for him it's not surprise, and if he even wants let the money pass so, so the 500 million euros is justified according to him. And one thing again, what he say for example, for the senior comrades, them way don't tweet. They talk say the money too plenty, then give plenty excuse them. So let them think say this is where the party is at the moment. If you serious about becoming a flag bearer, so get your 500 million news ready. And some of who they wish this time for will get 50 flag bearers then. Because really and truly, if you multiply 50 by 500 million news, then plenty money. We don't get money actually. And the good thing about them, it's non-refundable. It's non-refundable. If you believe your candidacy, say you're a better candidate, candidate, and you want for buy-in, you want to get this presidential ticket under the APC, then you must put money. Put money, we know. And it's going to be non-refundable. It's just like when somebody want to go ask for visa, just to go apply for visa. So some countries and they buy form. That form they buy is non-refundable. If they even refuse you, not so money they go ask for again. And some countries they do some consular sections them across the world. That even that money they go pay for the visa is non-refundable. So it's a chance taking, because look at how many people in our APC. It's about millions of us, millions. Now we form the membership in our APC. So really, if whatever person come out to go, we go give you that ticket day, then basically you say second for sure we say you serious. But again, people also they talk say the presidency should not be, or the flag bearer position will not for actually just put a number, the criteria not for big money, because basically the traits of a leader where we need an APC for now, it goes beyond money. And there's a proverb where they say you cannot use money for let you fight for a chieftaincy we reserve for the strong. So what I mean by that, for now, some comrades will say what we need is a very strong character right now. We need a candidate of flag bearer with a strong character, because really and truly, the elections where they come in, not so for the weak. So we need somebody with ABC, I guess still stand in spine for able to stand any weather we come in way. Just like what we see with comrades at the salutuna, what we do today, and make sure say we conduct ourselves within the law, and make sure say we reach our constituency 056. So that's the kind of candidates we need. We're able for taking them kind of risk and day. It's a risk-oriented game politics. It's a serious business. So some people will say it's not about money, but it's about somebody we get the courage for actually stand and propel we under this rough weather where we so lots of turbulence, political turbulence in the country. So it goes beyond money. So we also need for somebody we strong, mentally strong, and somebody we actually think outside the box and able for face the heat, And some people say, well, these people that we're very honest. So if it's also honesty, yes, I agree. This honesty, this kind of criteria, it work in both ways. Because if you're honest with us that you're really, really honest, you want to be flag bearer, then why should 500 million news be your problem? Because if you don't get your support base, 500 million news for any flag bearer we say is serious about vying. If you don't get your support base, we for raise this money. So if honesty is a criteria of a leadership or something we look as a quality of a leadership, then obviously be honest with us in the APC, not just come in for strategic purposes. But also, it's not just the money. We also need people who are very, very, very honest. And then some people will say the kind leader we need at the moment, not somebody will be say, get compassion. Somebody will be say, put country first. Very, very, not somebody will be say, very, very patriotic. If somebody will be say, they think nationalism, it's nationalism, it was nationalism, and it sleep nationalism. Now it puts at the forefront. These are the kind of people we need. People will get compassion, because what they happen in Sierra Leone. So for any leader we get compassion, you're gonna know what they do. Unfortunately, Sierra Leone, we can't get somebody with a mother bill. Not only gets that kind of supreme ineptitude where you don't know what you for do for stay that country there. You don't wreck the country. Look at how you don't put Sierra Leone, you don't left Sierra Leone today. Now a huge national debt burden. This is a man where ABC will come. The first parliament session, a good talk say, the country not for the continue for the borrow money. So these are the kind of thing. It's not honest. President Julius Maada Bio is not a honest Sierra Leonean. I don't have to even tell you now how far this man don't go. He also say it's not honest. A lot of the things that the way don't do. This is a man we don't go in America. Is he done with Bill Gates. When people go that side, Be honest to the person. Tell them. I don't go just off or go ask somebody we for help me. I need, let's say, 1,000 leos or 500,000 leos. I want to come over for go what's low, but I not get money. Then I go back and say the person, hey, bo, Mister, you get your gates man here, but they make let Ferrari park bar. If me can go Ferrari, so somebody who are they go big, the person will give me money because I don't choose to get money. Why are they say this? President Julius Maada go, he gets the opportunity to go sit down with Bill Gates. And what's he do? Now lie. This is where any Southside gonna lie in the lie. President Julius Maada how he lie. He say in free education a scheme in Sierra Leone, they give among other things, school bags, shoes, uniform, and nutrition for all school picking them where they go na government school and government assisted school. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? For feed picking them, over 2 million picking them every day in Sierra Leone. What's the GDP of the country? He lied in front of person, wait for sorry for him. So you get an opportunity for get Bill Gates seated next to you. They sell something where it be say very important for the country. Be yourself, Mr. President. He lied. So many things that we don't lie for. So if we're talking about bringing a candidate to APC, we get for can be the next president 2023, if we be somebody very honest. We need leaders that were honest in that country today. And if we also be say na leader where it be say it puts integrity at the forefront. A leader with a show understanding. Na leader will get courage. Na leader will they put the people in the country first. So it's not just about money. Because the concern with people they say some people can bulldoze with their money just now, they can't become president. The first way they think first, when I paid 500 million for that, I even get the form for they give me a form where they say a non-refundable. If I pay that money, I will pull them back in it. Because politics, when somebody spend money, what do you think? So again, that's another area for the camp we say that they against this 500 million news. Because if I put 500 million news into something, I would want to recoup this money at some stages if I don't become the president, not so. So is it not an instrument for we make later president can become somebody where actually where they come and begin milk the country? But again, I want to go back to this video. It's very important before I close this program. You know, when I see the way somebody will say a chairman.
Now the country chairman.
Yes.
And the country
The
chairman.
chairman, the sexiest chairman.
Correct.
The finance.
The finest.
Correct.
Celebrity
The
chairman.
sexiest.
Anybody say no one Maada be secretary?
The cash.
Listen, anybody say no one Maada be secretary?
The sexiest chairman. The progress chairman.
Yes.
Now the chairman is
Anybody say
women.
you know what Maada be going second term?
Yeah, chairman here. Yeah, chairman Chene here.
Yeah, chairman Chene.
Yeah, chairman here.
Yeah, chairman Chene.
Ken Kurusi can fuck I can.
Na fuck chair.
Left me, fuck I can.
Ladies and gentlemen, this video where I watch this, we tell me say Sierra Leone don na rock up with Switzerland. I think I don't get up with not a volcanic rock community. Sierra Leone is about to be rocked again. God forbid. I think I should God forbid. If these people waiting at the structure of the foreign ruling party, you know, the executive chairman, the top in terms of that. And the good thing is, the first foreign secretary is number two, when it is different for you compared to the nuclear, and just as was many really a young generation leadership convention or what have you. I can't remember exactly. He said something. He said, anybody will slap you, if you slap him, shoot him. He said because all man's entitled to what they call self-defense. So if this guy they talk about this, they say anybody will not vote for Maada Bio, he's threatening millions of voters them. People that wouldn't become very discontent. We want to see the back of Maada Bio. So this guy is threatening you guys. But guess what? This is the time for Leonardo Force become strong and vote this man out. I wanted to call, and I'll see. Let me call again, Adam, so that we will wrap up this program. As we never forget, phone calls them from people them, and the price tag is 500 million leones. And Una don't yeri within Adam say. I want for Brian come again once more. Although we wrap up this program as Emmanuel for sure. So, what is your take, ladies and gentlemen? 500 million is what the 21 committee has people them. Welcome again, Comrade Adams. When they come wrap up the program, you don't make up your claim. I'll be pleased I will get Imran because I suspect say Imran, they actually support 500 million because I don't listen and put you way he put out there, and he was very, very, very angry, and also he said a lot of things. So if we find out balance dialogue here, but because now you don't come and we cover for weeks, they have to move on. So first of all, on behalf of the team, thank you for coming again for the second time and talk to me. So this is where we are. I wanted to get some couple phone calls so that we know the state of play. What other people, what is their take on this issue? Because we need to know what people are saying. We've seen quite a lot of articles flying around on social media, and there's around the 500 million euros. But you came in today to sports, and what you said also, you've been lobbying. And saying the last time you to your last funeral, you had the opportunity to talk to some stakeholders. According to you, you actually lobbied that they consider in the first time. And according to what you said earlier on, you were expecting something much more higher than what the rumored, because we have to verify if what we saw on social media is actually what the 21 submitted to people. But if that document is meant to be true, original, then obviously I think we're heading for a groundbreaking price tag for the flag bearers. And have you thought about? Let me ask you this question first, Comrade Adams. What would be the critique on the stand? What other areas we consider you criticism on saying we get as APCNs there? Come on in, sir.
I don't get you. Come again. Come again. I don't get your question very clear.
So what I'm saying, I don't know if you're going for do a reflection on what you say. Did you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I get you. Go ahead.
So based on what you think would be the disadvantage of the 500 million, because obviously I think say we as people and we they talk to people and they listen to it. When you look anything, there's two sides to a story, isn't it? What do you think we should also consider, even though you're not possible to support the 500 million euros?
Well, I think for me the disadvantage probably would be the refusal to make the Constitutional Committee or the party decide not to endorse mankind 3 days, taking us into the convention. Two things we get to happen. A, we go there and after the convention we will not have enough resources for challenge the incumbents because they are sitting on a pile of money, on a state money, and they will do anything and just about everything they want for CCA they retain power. Yes, we may not have the financial muscle, but we at least will make sure say the basics that what we need for make we campaign run smoothly, we're able for finance them. That is A. B, that's the same thing will happen in 2017 convention going 2018. It will get for repeating itself again. We will get for get a pool of people will get for come out, whether they mean or they don't mean, they get for come out. And after that convention day, because there are no commitments, there are no other things that where people then get to be seen as being tied to the party, we will go for commodity again, a broken party, fractured. And the tell one for begin to see, we'll begin to do this for unite the party and all that. It will be difficult. We don't get time now we earn. We don't get time now we earn. I'd rather say we do it now. Make people and show their commitment into the party. But any way you don't invest at this world, you don't want to make it destroy. You want for maintain say you get them right. If people don't invest at this party and then candidacy, sorry, they're not going to make the party come out and a broken convention. They're not going to be united. We have seen that. Look, APC Nigeria, very radical. Look, APC Nigeria. You understand? With all of the money and all that, blah blah blah. You may want to say, Tinubu being one of the richest people in Nigeria and all that, but they came out being a united party.
They came out
because
a united party.
People they don't invest.
They came out.
So there is a need, and then see the urgency of maintaining power.
They came
So
out
there is
as a
a need for
united
that.
party.
We did not.
Comrade Adams, when you say this, we are actually coming to the end of the show. But when you say they came out as a united party, I just want to digress pretty quickly. We see a press release come out from the chairman of the interim 21-man committee, for Peter Conte, and then also we see a counter press release we come out from the secretary, Honorable Abu Kargbo. What's going on here, Comrade Adams? What's happening?
Just very quickly before I come to that question. Earlier on, they talk about say some man go feel say them go mortgage with party to the highest bidders if the 500 million is to stand. I beg to differ completely. The 500 million not in the absolute requirement. There are other requirements that we get for this. There should be also other integrity checks where I am sure the team will get for put in place. So many people not think say because they ask for 500 million that we for cry everything about it down and try to make the thing sound so fearful to a point and try to destroy we all not the party. Now coming now to your question where you ask with the letter where we see from the chairman of the 21-man committee, and then a counter letter we don't come out from the 12-man committee also. Quite honestly, I think it's unfortunate. But again, they speak to some of the many challenges that we get going into a convention and after convention. This is why you think some of they call for some of all the things that we argue about too. Because if you do not have people being tied to a certain aspect or show commitment to something, there is going to be a problem. It's a natural occurrence in life. Now, it happens so. What did happen so now? There are various interests and they at play so now. The Peter Conte faction, they look at and say, no, you're not chairman, you get for assert your authority, you get for steady. The other faction, they look at and say, no, hang on a minute. The court not get this mandate. They want for you sub a mandate we not get. We will challenge it. So now it don't come out from internal, now it don't go outside. There are other factors we get for the play also. So then the question becomes, when do we actually sit as a party and say we have had enough of this madness, time to move on once and for all? Every other person gets your interest. No mistake about it. Politics is an interest game. But must we ensure, say, we own personal interest trump that of the majority or the interest of the many, like when the country they suffer so? I think so we only forget a close look at ourselves as leaders of this party and ask ourselves, whose interests are we genuinely serving in this party? If we say that the people in interest will serve, time for let bygones be bygones. But we find a way how we go able for work. Because otherwise, they don't get no choice. The courts don't give their mandates, the courts they don't put they don't give everybody what he forget. And if we fail to get it right, there are things that will get for happen. Somebody will feel disenfranchised, feel disgruntled again, and go to court again. For the next thing, what will happen? So we know what is all team well.
So
go for go to convention now. Somebody could seek another mandate. Then we just go with some convention. All of the things are for to think about them.
Comrade Adams, you just don't echo something very, very important. You say bygones be bygones. So in other words, if you're going to have a peace like the APC, people them supposed for actually empty their chest, if I put it that way, so that the party will be able to move on. We cannot hold on to the things that we don't lead me to Usa we did today. So in other words, you're calling for a blanket amnesty in the APC for not just on a new page. Is that what you're saying?
No, That's what it is, ABS. It's not even a blanket amnesty because because at the end of the day, I mean, a political party, all man gets your own right. Yes, you may be upset because somebody do something where you're not happy with, but we have to move on at some point. We've been see that in the days of the Anes Kuruma, the Serikama, the Edward Ture and others, but they still find a way because they had a common interest, and the common interest was to redeem Sierra Leone for making a kind of power. So they had no choice but to forgive each other. They move on, and next one, he incorporated every one of them and move on as a country. I think we got to learn from some of them things there and say, let us, give an opportunity. There has to be some amount of healing, bro.
Moving on.
We're not healing. There is no room for make we heal right now.
Okay.
Everybody own their own. It's like some kind of a grandstanding, honor only position. Nobody wants to give in. Nobody wants to give in.
So moving on is something very important. But I just want to be a bit critical here, and I know we all get how they think, but I'm talking here as a presenter or a host of a show. I want to actually judge both sides of the coin, and what we saw they come out from the 21-man committee. It's as if APC is at war one another. Because we see something where we not ever see them. I'm not saying it's not legal. It's also legal because anybody in that 21-man committee. But we get tradition and that when APC for the longest period, the letters when they come out, especially from that kind of a level, they come out from a secretary general. But all of a sudden we see the chairman. And reading that letter, it seems as if the chairman also gets concerns them. We make I take this. So it means like whether it's a last resort or able for, because some people even would say they talk is that means the chairman able for manage even the 21-man committee, and it's only 21 committee. So imagine if he's managing over 10-20,000 executive members them across the board. So but really that's not the case. I think say what we need for talk about here now for give advice to the 21-man committee, the need for operate in the interest of the APC. That's where we are. Is that something you agree with, Adams?
I agree with you. The question of whether the chairman is able to manage him or not able to manage him, it's insignificant, to be honest. You understand? It's not important. The most important thing, he's a chairman. He therefore gets room for making listen. If we're able to get his people in, we genuinely wait for the advice now. Yes, he had never been into a mainstream politics. There's a lot of things that we get for happen. Ever experience some of them challenges in it. That makes it for the seek advice. Not on when you're so upset, you think they don't push you to a point. Reach out to independent-minded people in the party. We go for advice. So okay, I think if you do on this way, you do on this way, you do on that way, it go fine. But you don't go just reacting on impulse because you've been provoked, you've been pushed. Then you say, okay, well, myself not chairman, I can't react. I can't pull a letter, suspend all of this and all of that. But meanwhile, you don't even go back to the judgment will give you mandate for see if you have now authority there. So what did the other team do? The 12-man committee, they said kind of they reference the judgment for tell you say, hang on a minute, you don't overstep, you don't get this mandate. So do we actually need this kind of public display for show the disaffection within we and the party? No, we don't. We don't. Somebody has got to take the higher ground. Somebody needs to be the big person. For say, you know what? This is about our party. This is not about my personal interest anymore. But we find a way, more we reconcile this thing, more we move on once and for all.
Thank you
so much. Otherwise, if we fail to do that, my brother, we might as well just say goodbye to 2023.
Thank you so much,
unfortunately,
Comrade Adams. Thank you so much, Comrade Adams. And we really appreciate where you come. You take your time for come for the second time. We thank you so much. We will try to get you very soon again. Now, with next editions, then we'll forget. We tell you thank you on behalf of the Monologue team and the APC UK online TV platform. Anytime we come now, we own platform, they actually lend voice to the discourse or things that really happen at the APC in the country. Thank you so much, and we appreciate you. Thank you so much, comrade. So, ladies and gentlemen,
no problem.
That was comrade Adams. We don't can give we a very clear analysis, and then we also don't talk about the issues that we happen. We get for do with the letters them we come out. Really, that is really disappointing, isn't it? And the listing we APCians them they expect. more so we don't see the 21-man committee starting. We see them come at the balcony and show and display solidarity, then display unity, then sing, then say APC, we are united. All of a sudden, we don't begin see things and they don't begin fall in place. And all of you guys in that committee, una owe the grassroots, una owe the membership. And my members say, una the 20-man committee, history, therefore judging my rights, wrong. Posterity is very, very important. Whatever they do, the focus for now for be the party and unity, the party in harmony, the party in progress. If we're able to pull this off, and we are ready to give you guys the support whenever we want that support day, believe in me, we don't make history. Una names and they go na history. Una pikin una born, then they come tomorrow and proud of una grand pikin them, then get for proud of una, because each and every one of una within that committee day, una names them don't record at the history book. So una get a massive responsibility. And one of the things is about sitting down sometime, come out of the whole thing and begin to think, what is my responsibility here to the APC membership and to the country? Because guess what? A political party like APC, we are waiting government. If we not do the right thing, then we go back to government. It's the same thing. And silent people, they don't want any government who they come again with APC. They know they think about, they know they get a compassion and do things that will be say it will be beneficial for the country. And we know say the APC party, now the party this way actually they do what people want in that country. But these are trial times. We expect Tuna for conducting ourselves in a professional manner. We expect Tuna for conducting ourselves in professionalism, and then also put the country first, put the membership of the APC forefront. Very, very important. All other interests them right now, they not count. Because what does it take if we're not kind of power? Just like what Comrade Adam say. If we did parties, do me, I do you, everybody's pulling the strings. Comrade Alfred Peter Conte, I am speaking to you now. You went to court some time ago, and I'm not saying that you going to court was a bad thing. I'm not saying it's even a good thing either, because it depends on what part of the political spectrum where you stand for say that. But I'm talking to you here as a host of Everyday Politics, Monologue Show. You went to that court with the intention, I don't know what is in your heart. There's quite a lot of indictments people don't put around you right now. Say some comrades they not trust you. And remember when you can at APC where you get a meeting with us, general meeting, you know the comments where some comrades and say. So you have a whole work for do for prove to the entire membership say you did not only not only go to court for you can be a train wreck at the APC, but you go to court for ensure that the APC democracy able for play day. For make sure say the party able for come together as a force for good, we win 2023. The sun will rise again. This is a very critical moment. We're not questioning your letter. We're not questioning you signing that letter, because there's nothing illegal for you making us sign up. But there's a tradition in the APC, which is the Secretary General, that through correspondence system for commons. So I try to be very clear here. I'm not saying it's illegal, but also there are customs and traditions of a political party. So we expect you at this very moment. You try to be the big guy there. Go back and talk to everybody in that 21-man committee day. Show leadership. You don't question the leadership of Aneskoma, Comrade Yasanedem, when be the former secretary. You say they're not good for purpose. You say illegal. Always saying they do not for themselves. And now you don't get the mantle. Show us what you can do for the grassroots. Because basically, if you pull it off, your name will be recorded with a very, very, very fine pen at the history book of Sierra Leone, not just the APC. So what we saw there, you signing a letter, what have you done behind the scene for ensure that you steady the ship? Because a strong leader for able to manage a party or a situation, make degenerate to crisis. But we see you come and the letter, I am not going to go into details with the content of your letter, but listening to that, it seems to me that the 21-man committee now a ship with the about for reaching a breaking point. It's like a Titanic. We don't want to see that. And we owe this to we owe this to the grassroots, we owe this to the nation, the 21-man committee, and everybody in the 21-man committee, guys, comrades all, we go back to that place and go sit down. What happened so was unacceptable, very, very unacceptable. For all see letters, very, very unfortunate. They come here and there. Then the party become instrument of mockery. We don't want to see that. APC is bigger than this. It's not about age. Because people they say right now, most of them only they want young man them. This not what you want for handle. But we know the caliber of people within that place. Please, guys, let's go back to work. We now go back and clear the mess. We don't begin happen. So we don't want to see this. And we don't want to start calling people by their names. Because people are bitter for CC. Then can't say they happen at this crucial moment. We now see what happened today. The convoy will come out for go support that constituency 056. We now see how they treat them. So please, we get more bigger fish than for fry. This is not what we want. But we tell them thank you. Because what they do so also is voluntary. We hope say we now go sit down and recalibrate. It's not easy. I understand. Because politics na interest-oriented game. Na interest in the kicking. Everybody wants to show say in control. But really, when I go back to the ruling, whatever the issue they take, that issue they that committee if we come by simple majority votes. So if we get some crucial things that we be say we're not happy about, please guys put it into votes. And let me also remind our chairman currently, Comrade Alfred Peter Conte. Remember the judgments of Adrian Fisher, and not tell we anybody say you get a supreme executive authority. We don't want to see those kind of thing. We need to see a camaraderie, a spirit of camaraderie. There's a way we're able for put issues them in with amongst you comrades them with the decision with tilt na you favor. Persuasion, not by force, not by any position. It not really mean we are already in a first among equals. We all understand the ruling and not give anybody the absolute right, authority for the act unilaterally. We don't want to see that. Please, we don't want to see this. When I take up this responsibility, nobody's paying now. Let God give una continue to give the wisdom and courage and put the party first. But we don't really want to see anyone partner they act in a manner that we say when they push a self-serving agenda. We don't want this. Because when I do this, not only that we know we are going to go after you guys, and not only that, the grassroots not get for sit down and allow now let una put the party in a mockery, una put the party in a shame. Now huge responsibility. Nobody no call una day. It's a voluntary thing. Names were called. Nobody was forced to be in that 21-man committee. We now go there with a purpose for fix the APC. We need our conventions. We need to get to flag bearer. We need to prepare. And right now we get to buy elections them. Those are the things that we expect them to do right now. Reach out to the diaspora. Reach out to every quarter for raise money, not to for day into some kind of chaos. We don't want to see our party as if na place where now we don't want to see this kind of thing. APC na institution, and please want to respect that institution. So if I reach that side, I want to say thank you to everybody who don't be part of this program. We expect to get another part of the story today. So they basically The main thing we can talk about, it's about the Article 11, Section 2 of the rules them, plus or minus. I like to say plus or minus because we're not sure if that document way we see so on social media, not the correct document. But if you stand, we don't understand, say, part of that rule day, 11, chapter 11, section 2, talk about the money people and for paying a non-refundable application fee. Flag bearer say 500 million euros. Some people are very, very jittery about it. Some people think the money is even too small because they don't want for lay the flag bearer business. It will be like serious business because the next flag bearer na APC, I don't care what it happen. So all the letters I want to put, the next flag bearer of APC is going to be the next president of Sierra Leone come 2023. I want to go Macam. You know, some people they say right now APC problem did it. When you look historically, what it don't pass. We don't go through a lot of things that we don't pass. We pass through, but we emerge victorious. And by 2023, APC come back in power. But again, guys, the 21 committee, please fix up yourselves. Please, with the big una. We respect una, we love una, and we're ready for support una. We tell una thank you across the world. Because what una they do na voluntary. After Peter Conte, you don't go left, you work in America, they and that. Nobody's paying you. But this is something where you don't show so you get a passion for. So please, you take a leadership in that 21-man committee, but not a leadership where you go take a unilateral decision. Do it in a way that anything una do them in a camaraderie fashion. Una do them in the interest of the APC and not the interest of an individual. You guys are not there to serve any individual. You're there to serve the membership, the grassroots. Look at people and see who go put them their life at the firing line. You see rebels them. Because for anybody, any security force where go against the oath where it take against the country before you wear a uniform day, then you don't ought to be there. You know what for the day. See them take guns them point at people them. This is what they want to do. These guys are ready to they're ready for cause a bloodbath. So are you guys not thinking about this at the German committee? We get a bigger things there for do in a not too distant future. But now we therefore put the roadmap so that we for do things them properly. So we respect Tuna, and we say thank you for the work that they do, but we're watching. For anybody, and they say this, for anybody who will not say you there under not for the interest of the party and the grassroots, believe me, we will go after you. I think say APC don't come out from a point where EBC or for the treat them as a secret society. Now a big responsibility in us. Big responsibility. 21-man committee for them to take the affairs of the party. It's a serious responsibility. And they pray for them to succeed. So today we don't talk about this. We hope say the one them if this will stand. And also for una we want say una want go court. This thing about court business, guys, let's cut this crap. Of course, courts are part of democracy. But how long we want for them at courts? Every little thing at the APC, people they talk say, I am going to court. It's that what makes you a member. Come out and speak out. Engage the people, and there's nothing wrong. If you don't agree with this 500 million thing, then go to the party office, engage the 21-man committee, talk to them as comrades. Every little thing, people they say they go court. You don't go able for fix a party now a court to ABC. They don't use it right now for the ambush the party. Anybody will say they go court right now. Believe in me, you're not thinking about the APC going forward. You're right for do so, but again, who say you right stop and who say the interest of the general membership day. So today is the 11th. We don't come for can talk a lot of things them about this. We don't see how they maltreat members and see when threatening them. So it's really that threats now for be the basis of anything this show they make going forward in 21 committee. Say the party they right now the matter be don't set all the parameters them way go make for it continue for intimidate way. But we cannot submit into this. We get for be the big guys here. We get for be people away for it for think outside the box and fix up the party so that we'll go forward. Again, I tell you not thank you for all those they do. We see right now when we meet, and I want to say thank you to the technical team of the Everyday Politics Monologue team, and the Delwyn, the Dr. Denke, and the Mo Bangura. You guys have been fantastic. And then all the people who support behind the scene, the Manso, the One Castle, the Sweet Bonita, we get a whole lot of people in the Arun Pape. Well, thank you so much for the wonderful things you want to do for this branch. So I think this is where I have to draw the curtain. Unfortunately, I could not reach out to Imran for some reason. I wanted him to be a part of this conversation today because we want to have a balanced discussion, balanced conversation at this platform. We not just want to be one-sided so that we'll forget. But next time we hope we'll forget Imran. We will not see when Imran come is the guy where EBC play one for Yeri. So me na ABS. Now yeah, I stop the show today. I want to say thank you to all reviewers them, people who did up to this point, and I want to apologize on behalf of the platform for the technical glitch we get. We'll try for work on. I remember say Restream now a new software we use. We'll get for the get alpha problems them. Say we for Stadium and very soon. And I shall say the technical team are doing a fantastic job behind the scene for fixing. Now we see Tata and tell Tenki, and we go come anytime will come up. But what you really want for them to do, we not try for them to sign up, we they come in so that they get notification. The moment we come live, we not go for follow we. And don't forget for follow the show, the Sunday show tomorrow. It's a big topic when I don't see and they talk about the issue we get for do with proportional representation. We not really that's matter be therefore do. It's going to be a very fantastic show. I'll be watching tomorrow, and I'm sure you yourself could go follow that program day tomorrow. So me na ABS in London, where now we presenter for today. I tell my thank you until we see again. Tata.